open this up and see what we got in here to start with. And be careful while we're doing this too. We don't want to cut anything that's inside. All right. This is our ground sleeve. It's the part that goes in the ground in the concrete. Comes with a set of instructions as well. That makes it easier. This is the top section because that's where the pulley is, so that's got to be the very top. Got 6 sections here. This is going to be the middle second section probably because of that, but they're all numbered and labeled, so we'll be able to see which goes where. There you go. Yep, another section. These are all packed very nicely too, protected. It all keeps that painted finish protected. And what else? Get the ball for the top. We got our solar light. It's going to go on top with it. We got our parts and pieces with the snap hooks and the flag as well. And we're good. Everything's in here that should be. Okay, these 2 unfinished pieces are going to be the bottom section of the pole. The ground sleeve is the part that goes in the concrete. This is one of the critical parts you want to make sure is nice and straight as we go along, you'll see. We'll get this started. All right, our ground sleeve is 18 inches long. So we're going to go down in the ground about 16 inches. We want about 2 inches sticking up above the grade so we don't get any dirt in there over time. So we're probably going to do about a 16-inch wide hole. Should take about 2 bags of concrete. That should give it plenty of stability. If you get into a rocky condition, the hole could be a little bit smaller, but this should be good here. 17, we don't need much more. We're just going to make this wider then. Okay, we got our hole dug, sleeve centered in the hole, nice and straight. I'm gonna make sure it's solid on the bottom when you set it in there, so it's standing on its own. We've got our Quickcrete, fast setting concrete. I'd suggest you use this. It sets up real quick, allows you to put the pole together and put it all up in the same day. So we've got a couple bags here. We're gonna just mix the concrete, pour it in there. We'll check our level on the tube along the way and make sure everything's nice and straight. Yeah, let's dump it out. Let's go. Yeah. Try and keep the concrete out of the grass. It's a touch. Good, good, good. Now we've got our concrete mixed. We want to mix about a half a bag to start with. Make it nice and wet so that it's going to flow evenly. You want to have somebody holding the tube to make sure it doesn't shift. You want to pour this in slowly so that it gets all around the bottom to give it some support. Good, 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 good. That's good. Perfect. That works. Do the rest of it. In the middle. There you go. Good. Okay. Good. Okay, next critical point. This is very important. You want to get a 4-foot level. Slide it down inside the pole, the pipe, the sleeve itself. Press it solid against one side. Make sure it's nice and straight. Make sure that's good before the concrete starts curing. And you want to check it again at 90 degrees. Make sure that direction is straight. Once you get that, then you mix the next bag of concrete and just keep going. Checking it every time you put concrete in there. Now after that first bag, dry it up. Don't put as much water so it's a little thicker. It'll dry a little quicker. Makes it easier to get it around and work it out. Looking good. Gotta make sure that's straight while you're going because this concrete dries quick and once it's dry, it's too late. Good. It'll work. Okay, now we got the ground sleeve set. It's nice and straight, plumb. We're gonna let that concrete dry while we assemble the pole, put it together, and then as soon as this concrete's good and set, we'll be putting the pole back up. Okay, we got the bottom section. The other sleeve that goes with this goes in the first piece. The bottom section is a piece with a cleat on it. It's already welded in place, no connection required. I'm just gonna slide this in here. line up the 4 holes and drop a bolt through. It's gonna pop in though when it gets to the square part. It has to go all the way in though, against the square. There we go. Those carriage bolts, you want to make sure they're fully seated before you put the nuts and washers on to make sure you've got them straight and lined up. There we go. Get 2 bolts in and put a washer and a nut on each one. We're just going to leave them on there loose right now, and then we'll go back and tighten them all up after we get the pull together. Okay. We're just going to do this one section at a time, same exact way, until we get all of it put together in one piece. Then we're going to go back and tighten up all the bolts to make sure everything's nice and secure. Make sure the bolts line up straight so that you've got a nice tight seam on the joint, because they're a little offset, so make sure you double check that. Perfect. Perfect.
Should automatically line up.
Well, you could put it backwards technically. Well, no, it should. Yeah, you're right. You're right, because it's squaring. That's it. All right, I'm going to use a 7/16 socket. We'll make sure we tighten these all up nice and tight, because they're carriage bolts on the other side. You don't need a wrench. You just want to keep it pressed against the pole so the head on it makes it good. You want to tighten these up so they're snug, but you don't want to lock them down as far as you can. You might bend the sleeve or the pipe. You don't want to do that. Again, you don't want to go too tight, just so they're locked. These are lock nuts, so once they're on, they're not going to vibrate or come loose. Now they're all tight. You take the black caps that are supplied with the pole and put them over top of those nuts just to keep them covered. Dresses it off, makes them look nice, and keeps the rope from getting tangled. Okay, and it's parts and pieces. There's also extras supplied in case you have a problem with one of the nuts or the bolts. You lose one, drop one. There's extras in here to help cover. You don't have to go running over to the store to have to get a new one. And install the rope. Put the rope, one end of the rope through the pulley after you've extended them all out. I tie the 2 ends together right away so that you know where they're even. And then carefully you want to walk that down to the bottom of the pole, making sure it's not tangled, and good. Now, the pole usually comes with a gold ball finial. You can upgrade to an eagle. This customer wants a gold eagle, so we're going to put that on. We also have a solar light kit to be shining down on the flag while it's up at night. And put the light on the eagle, put the nut that comes with it underneath. That's going to allow you to tighten up the eagle in the place that it needs to go. And we're going to screw the eagle in. There we go. Okay, we're going to screw this down, get it as close as we can. The rope is going to face the house, but you want the eagle facing the opposite, which is going to be facing the street. So you want the back side of the eagle lined up with the pulley. And once you do that, we're going to take our wrench. We're going to tighten down the nut. Perfect. Okay. All right, that takes care of that. Your next step, you want to tie the rope up on the cleat just so it's out of your way while you're walking the pole up. Don't trip over to get it caught in something until we dress it off to put on the hooks. Pick up the pole, takes 2 people. And walk this up just like a ladder. Make sure your concrete's nice and dry. I'm gonna hold the bottom on the ground behind it. Go ahead. Slowly walk it up, hand over hand. You wanna keep pressure on this bottom so that it doesn't kick up until the pole's straight up. Keep a hold on this. Just gonna slowly move the pole over and set it in the sleeve. A little bit of movement so it'll slide down in. Like so. Cleats to the back. Okay, next thing is to hook on the snap hooks. Now the line goes up the front of the pole. You want the line that's on the outside of the pulley. That's going to be the top of the flag. The way I do this, I tie them in with a half knot. That way they can be adjusted. And I'll show you why we're doing that in just a minute. Just a single overhand knot. You want to give yourself plenty of slack up front here, because you're going to need that when we dress off the rest of the halyard. And we're going to put the next one on the back halyard, doing the same thing. The pole comes with 2 extra hooks. If you're going to be flying 2 flags, you just do 2 more this way on the same side. So you have 1 snap hook on the top for the front halyard for the top of the flag, and the other 3 will be on the bottom. I'm going to roll this back and forth a couple times, make sure the kinks are out of it. Put these together, that way the end doesn't get away from me while I'm working on it. If I can get that in there. Now, do this. You want to bend the end of the rope in a loop. Use some white electrical tape. Just tape around that to go down. Try to make it nice and clean. Good. Doke. Now we're going to take the other end. We're going to feed it through here to make it like a figure 8. You go through from the bottom, go around, come back through from the top. Measure them to be about the same size, so they're even, and then tape that other side. And I'll show you in just a minute why we're doing it this way. All the way down and then back up one more time. Main reason we do it this way, a lot of people tie 1 hook to one end of the rope and the other hook to the other end, which works fine until the first time you go and change the flag. You take the flag off, go and get the new one, come back to the pole, and suddenly one end's sitting at the top of the pole and you got to take it down to get it. This makes it endless so it can't come apart. The other advantage in a windy day, you can push these apart, put your hand through. It leaves you both hands to work on the flag, and the rope's not blowing, the flag's not blowing out away from you. And that halyard is dressed. Next, we'll install the flag. These are, like I said, adjustable, so if you change the size of your flags, add different flags, all you have to do is just adjust the knots so that they fit properly. Okay, carefully unfold the flag. You want to make sure that flag doesn't touch the ground. Okay, you snap the snap hook through the top grommet and pull the flag up a little bit. Keep yours over that way. You have it. I'm going to snap the bottom one on, and now we're going to adjust the rope so it fits the flag. The header of the flag should be just slightly loose, and the rope is tight. That way the rope is carrying all the weight for the flag like so, and then you just pull it up to the top. Pull it all the way up. You want to back it down about 1 inch so that knot isn't against the housing, and that'll make your rope last a lot longer. Just tie this off so it's controlled. And now we're going to do the mulch around the bottom just to dress it off. A little bit more. And a lot around the middle just to cover up this sleeve. That's good. That should do it. We're going to be taking the flag down. I wanted to put it up for you so you saw how to do it, but when you install your pole, you want to leave the flag off for 48 hours. That way you're sure that concrete is completely dry before you put any wind loads with that flag on top of the pole. And your new pole is good, and you all are set to go.